Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey and welcome back to my channel Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video I have another installment of connecting in with the animal kingdom energies for you. Today I'm going to be connecting into the collective energy of Tortoise. So it's going to be a really interesting one and I'll let you know why it's going to be interesting now in a second. Because I connected into Tortoise a couple of days ago in preparation for this session, just to tune in and see what Tortoise are all about, and this is the information that they gave me. So, Tortoise said to me that they were the key holders to unlock the sacred grief of transitions, and they wanted me to channel a healing to allow you to fully grieve the old parts of yourself. So they gave me a couple of examples with this in relation to, grieving all parts, all aspects of yourself. One of which is if you were a maiden, let's say, and you're making a transition into becoming a mother, to have a baby and become a mother and raise the child. It also applies to men as well. It's just this transition, this passage from going from the maiden to mother, and how when you become a mother that you might let go of older parts or aspects of yourself and grieve who it was you were before you became a mother, this sort of thing. The other example they did give me was if you're on a healing journey and maybe you had to become a different version of yourself in order to protect yourself, in order to survive. You had to employ different coping mechanisms, you had to do different things, and you became this other version of yourself to survive. But now on your healing journey, you have started letting go of maybe those coping mechanisms, those aspects of yourself that you had to take on in order to survive, and you're stepping into your true self. So you're no longer that old version of yourself, you're your new self now. But there's a grieving process that you might have to go through as you let go of that older version of yourself that has got you to this stage. It's kind of like a rite of passage, is a rite of passage energy that you need to take time to grieve before you can fully step into this new version of you, who you truly are, who you really are, this sort of thing. So those are just two examples that Tortoise was giving me. There are going to be many, many different other examples of where you're transitioning from one aspect of yourself, let's say one version of yourself, into another version of yourself. And I felt today was when I was connecting into the energy, it was quite beautiful actually, because it was just slow, it was patient, it was just about carving some time for yourself, giving yourself some space to really sit in with yourself, connecting with yourself, and sink into grief, to honor yourself and your emotions and the transition that you've undergone, and any feelings that might be coming up as a result of that. And it just seemed like really important to do this for yourself, to give yourself what is essentially a gift, to make time for this, to connect in with yourself and feel that. And it kind of feels like, so maybe you are aware of the grief and you mightn't have been able to access it for whatever reason. Maybe you suppressed it. Maybe you kind of didn't want to go there because you thought it might be too painful, or you might be overwhelmed. Whatever the case may be, there could be a whole different host of reasons for why you haven't been able to go there, or you haven't wanted to go there, or it just wasn't the right time, whatever the case may be. But I wanted to create, as well as Tortoise, very much so, a sacred container for you today. so that you feel held and supported, so you can sink down really deeply into those feelings, into that grief, into whatever it is that you need to feel right now to honor within yourself, so that you can move on to this next version of you. So yeah, it is a big one, it feels like, and tortoise energy is just, it's very ancient. There's just so much wisdom in this, in carving that time and giving yourself that space to go there and feel whatever it is that you need to feel. And it just feels like that prehistoric energy is very much like the dinosaur time sort of thing. And yeah, it's just very lovely energy. I feel very much at home with this energy, probably because as a child I used to love dinosaurs, so the tortoise reminds me of them. But yeah, it is rite of passage energy as well, and it might get quite emotional. I'm gonna put that out there. I might get emotional, you might get emotional, and that's totally okay. We'll get emotional together. And yeah, it's okay to go wherever it is you need to and feel whatever it is you need to feel, because hopefully you will feel held and safe enough to do that. And basically that is my intention, to hold you and to support you in order to go into that energy and feel whatever it is you need to feel today. So yeah, let's get straight into this. If this sounds like something you would like to receive, please do give your permission in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Thank you. Just going to ask to be connect me in into all of those energies of all the souls who have given me permission to receive this energy healing today. Thank you. And I can already feel it in the heart. And I'm going to call in all of your beautiful healing teams of light, calling in your healing teams of light, calling in your healing teams of light to support and assist you during this energy healing. And I'm going to ask all of the healing teams of light to activate a sacred healing space around all of us now energetically, and to anchor it in. So I'm seeing, I'm hearing a crystal dome. So like I usually see like a lattice dome. It is like that, but it's crystal. Just going in around all of us now. Just an opportunity to tune into the energies and to use your psychic senses to see what you can sense. I generally always see us sitting in a circle energetically, all of us together, as this dome just completely envelops us. And crystal, it kind of looks like clear quartz sort of material, if you know what I mean. I'm just seeing that sort of color, that sort of energy going in around us. I'm just being told again, clear quartz is quite old. That it's ancient energy coming in for this one. Really ancient energy. And I'm just going to put in some more protection with the angels. Going to call in and ask the angels to activate an Enana around this sacred space and to anchor it in. So a number of archangels primarily are standing guard outside of this dome. They're just being put in place there. Around it again, you might just be aware or sense them, get a flash of a vision, hear something, feel something, see some colors, whatever sort of way that you generally pick up psychic information or interpret energy. Thank you, angels. Okay, so I'm seeing the tortoises in the center of the circle, but before we get going with that, I'm hearing to do a cleanse with the elements. So I'm going to call in the wind, I'm going to call in fire, I'm going to call in earth, I'm going to call in water and ether, and I'm going to ask them all to just energetically cleanse us, all levels, layers, bodies, fields, and systems of us today. Whatever needs to be cleansed, to transmute it with this elemental energy, to leave our energetic fields or auric fields clear, so that we may receive whatever it is that we need to receive during this healing today. Seeing a lot of purple as well, kind of like violet flame energy. So you might notice the temperature change with this as the fire comes in and burns away whatever is no longer serving you. You might feel a gentle breeze from the wind. Might feel that earth energy creeping up through your feet. And the water as well. You might feel like raindrops on your skin. Or you just might get that nice smell of ichor, is that what you call it when water hits the ground, and then there's that lovely smell. Not too sure about what the name of that is, but something like that. But yeah, just an opportunity to tune in and see what you can sense as these elements do a beautiful and quite thorough cleanse of you right now. And also the violet flame as well, with Archangel Zadkiel, cleansing the energetic space in circle and wherever it is that you find yourself physically, receiving this energy. Okay. Thank you, elements and Archangel Zadkiel and all the angels of the Inanna. Crystal Dome. Thank you. So I'm just seeing 3 absolutely massive tortoises, or tortoise, I don't know if that's the plural. Anyway, tortoises or tortoise in the center of this healing circle. Beautiful shells. With like really interesting and intricate markings on their shells as well. And they really do feel and look ancient. It is very much that prehistoric dinosaur energy. But it's very patient, it's very slow, you know, they're very deliberate, they take their time. very much conscious and being fully present. And one of them now is just like lifting up their head. I can see the tortoise head. I can see the eyes looking directly at each and every one of you as they energetically prepare you to receive their wisdom during this healing session today. So you might see or sense the tortoise energy. You might get that flash of those tortoise eyes in your third eye, your mind's eye. And they're doing a round in circles, so I'm seeing like some of your hands brushing against their shell. And they're just going around to each and every one of us, and it's almost like looking us dead in the eyes type thing. There is an energetic exchange by looking at the eyes of the tortoise right now. Some of you are receiving attunements to their energy as well. You'll know if this is you because you'll feel it at the back of your heart. As you are energetically attuned to tortoise energy. And again, just your opportunity to connect in and tune in to this tortoise energy and just feel what it feels like for you. Okay, this is very interesting. So, I think I forgot to mention it at the start. It's like tortoise medicine, their energy. Again, very indigenous. This has been coming in through a lot of the videos where I connect into the animals. And for it looks like we're using a bit of plant medicine in this. I don't know what the plant is. Okay, interesting. It's ayahuasca I'm hearing, because I'm seeing the tortoise actually chewing some sort of leaf, and then it's like they're giving you a leaf as well. I don't know what ayahuasca looks like or anything like that, but it seems like you're being given a leaf. And in the energetic space, I see you taking the leaf into your mouth and chewing it. And this is symbolic of this energy of ayahuasca that's coming in now as well for this. Wow, okay. So, again, some of you are also receiving an attunement to ayahuasca energy. I have personally never worked with this energy before, so this is a new one for me. I've heard of it. So let's have a look and see what the energy is like. Okay, so the turtle energies that's coming in, I'm just feeling it's very masculine, whereas ayahuasca is very feminine. So we have both the masculine and feminine energies coming in for us today to provide support, to hold us in this energetic space. I'm just gonna give it another minute or so just to fully let those energies anchor in and settle, because there is really quite a lot going on between the tortoise energy, the ayahuasca, and just being energetically prepared to receive all that you need to during this session. Because again, I'm seeing a key being put in a door, and like something is being unlocked within you now, something that you haven't been able to access before. Ooh, and it feels very vast. It feels like a chamber within myself that I didn't know was there, but it feels vast, huge, carnivorous, like a cavern. I can barely get my words out today. Well, I can barely get my words out on a good day. But that's okay. I think it's just maybe a little bit of humor coming in, because this energy could be quite heavy for some of us. Indeed, all of us. So I'm just providing some comic relief before we go into it. Okay. Thank you. So I'm gonna bring down this beautiful tortoise energy. I'm seeing a lot of green, forest greens coming in with this. It's very healing. It's very wise. It's very ancient. And this energy is going to come down into your stellar gateway chakra, just opening and activating your stellar gateway chakra to tortoise energy to unlock grief. As this energy continues to move down into your soul star chakra just above your head, opening and activating your soul star chakra to tortoise energy and unlocking grief. As the energy continues to move down into your crown chakra, opening and activating your crown chakra to tortoise energy and unlocking grief. As this beautiful energy continues to just, it's like moves so gently, so slowly, so patiently, so with purpose, as it trickles down into your third eye chakra. It's very deliberate, opening and activating your third eye to tortoise energy to unlock grief. As the energy continues to slowly meander down into your throat chakra, opening and activating your throat to unlock grief. So, feeling a lot of grief in the throat, but it's like crying or tears that you haven't been able to cry. Tears you haven't been able to release. Tears and crying and grief that you might have suppressed within your throat chakra. And I'm just asking, why is that the case? And I'm hearing it's out of fear. So getting the sense, it was kind of like you needed to suppress the crying, the hardship, the struggle, the grief, whatever it was, because you felt like you couldn't go there, you couldn't break down, you had to hold yourself together, so you couldn't really afford any sort of, I don't really want to say weakness because it's not weakness, but you just had to maintain that facade of strength. So you just had to keep it all together and hold yourself all together, so you couldn't actively let yourself go there and break down and break yourself open, because you needed to just keep going with whatever it was that you were doing or whatever it was that you needed to get through at the time. So it's like you compartmentalized it. You put it into a little bit of a drawer, into a box, and you just like shoved it into the corner, and you were like, no, I just can't deal with that now. I just can't go there right now, because I just need to be strong right now and hold myself together to get through this, whatever it might be. And it just feels like now, if you're ready, if you want to give yourself permission to go there, to feel it, to release it, to heal it. Is as this energy of the tortoise moves down into your heart and your heart chakra, opening and activating your heart and your heart chakra to tortoise energy and to unlock grief. So tortoise moving in really closely, I can see them almost like climbing into your lap to let you know that they're there. Also seeing some support, someone standing behind you with their shoulder or their hands on your shoulders. Could be an angel. In some cases, could also be a loved one that's passed over. An earth angel, someone you already know who's here with you on earth. Also seeing some animals coming in for some of you for support. All with the message that you are not alone. And there's an abundance of energy here in spirit, standing by your side as you venture deep within yourself to unlock those parts. to unlock that grief or those feelings that you haven't been able to feel or access up until this point. So I am feeling a lot of watery type of energy, so emotions. It's looking like a vast lake. I don't know if this is representative of my grief or the collective grief, let's say, of all those that we are, as we are here joined in sacred space. And it is feeling quite heavy. You might be aware of some tenderness or aching around the heart chakra. And indeed at the back of yourself, back of the heart, and also just down the whole back of your body. And solar plexus as well being highlighted to me. In your stomach, you also might be feeling quite bloated with the emotions, and weighed down in your shoulders with what you've been carrying. Okay, so I'm sort of seeing like the tortoises, almost like turtles would do, you know, where they're kind of like digging into the sand. But it's about sinking in to this energy. So also feeling like we do have turtle energy here as well. Brethren of Tortoise. And in your mind's eye, if you like to visualize a staircase. So for me, I'm just seeing like a spiral staircase. But your staircase could look something completely different, just whatever kind of appears to you, whatever feels right for you. And to just see yourself at the top of those stairs as you move forward and take steps downward, going deeper and deeper within yourself. Each step that you take down these stairs just takes you deeper and deeper within yourself. As you continue to take a step down, deep, deep down, further down still, deep, deep down these stairs into the depths of yourself. Really sinking in to this energy and the energy of you. And as you reach the bottom of your stairway, you emerge out into a corridor lined with different doors. Each one has a label on them. And you're just going to traverse this corridor, walk down this corridor, and scan the labels as you walk by. Maybe just noticing what the labels are on the doors. As you continue to walk down this corridor until you reach a door labeled grief, grief of transition. And I'd invite you just to stand outside this door for a minute or two. And to check in with yourself, to see how you feel about opening this door. Do you feel a sense of reservation? Is there anxiety, fear of what you might find there? Fear of being overwhelmed, fear of the pain? Is there uncertainty? Is there unsure? Are you feeling unsure? Is there a sense of trepidation? So just check in with yourself and acknowledge how you feel right now in this moment. And this energy just feels so solid, so like supported. I hope you're feeling that as well. And it's up to you to choose whether or not you want to venture into this door, but to declare your choice, to give yourself permission or not, as the case may be, to go in. It's just about making a conscious decision, a conscious choice, and being fully present. And depending on what you've decided, either staying where you are or reaching your hand out and turning the doorknob or pulling down the handle, or maybe it's a sliding door. Whatever the case may be, pushing open this door and venturing within. And taking note of what you're seeing in here. So for me, it's pitch black. I can't see anything. It's almost like a void. It's very dark. I'm also aware of energy at the top of my crown. So I am hearing some of you might receive downloads in relation to this grief later, after this healing session. There might be other pieces of information that you need to receive, which you will do so. It's just like now is just not the right time, because now is about feeling and sinking deep within these energies. So I am feeling, this is very emotional, that for some of you, things got so bad, so dark, that you just couldn't see anything. You lost hope. You didn't have any hope. You couldn't see it, you couldn't feel it. And there is a tremendous amount of grief around you losing hope. So I'm feeling like dark night of the soul sort of vibes. And also almost like you lost a part of yourself, because up to this point you would have considered yourself a very hopeful person, someone who could see the hope, someone who could see the silver lining, find that positivity, that sliver of something good within a bad situation. But this situation really tested you, and for whatever reason you couldn't do that, and it was like you lost some part of yourself, some aspect of yourself. And there's just a tremendous amount of grief around that. And a grief around just losing yourself in general, as well as that part. So for some of you, to do with the transition energy. If it's, you have gone from being a maid into a mother, you feel like you've lost yourself. I don't know if you're in a bad relationship, like a toxic, abusive relationship, and you felt like you lost yourself within it. Or indeed that you had to become a different version of you to protect yourself, to survive. Whatever the scenario might be, it just feels like there's so much grief there around losing yourself. So really tough energy here. If you're crying, that's okay. Let it go. Let it out. Sink in to that grief. It's safe right now to do so. And just embrace it like you would a long lost friend. And taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth if you need to. Or even wrapping your arms around yourself, around your shoulders, like giving yourself a hug if you need to. For some of you, I'm also feeling like lying down in the fetal position if you need to. Just doing whatever it is that feels best for you right now to look after yourself as you sink into this grief. You're doing great. It's clearing. You've got this. Keep going. So feeling a pain at the back of the heart, back of the rib cage along the left side. So for some of you, you might be feeling your nervous system is a bit dysregulated. That's why the fetal position or wrapping your arms around yourself or breathing might help you right now, just to bring you back into a state of regulation. But please do feel free to do whatever feels best for you in order to do that. But tortoise energy is coming in to help you bring you back into a state of regulation and balance. There is other grief here, but it's just unique to you. So I'm just gonna hold space and ask Tortoise and ayahuasca to bring that energy, that grief, whatever it is that you need to embrace and acknowledge right now, into your conscious awareness, so that's made clear to you what this is about, so you can feel it. For some of you, it feels like grief around a betrayal. In particular, a feminine energy that has betrayed you in some way. It might have resulted in a loss of trust, a loss of the relationship. And there's just a lot of grief around that. Betrayal, loss of trust, loss of the friendship, relationship, whatever the case might be. I'm just gonna ask the angels. It just feels like a dagger or a sword for some of you, just to remove that, the energy of betrayal, from the back of your rib cage there, gently, and to transmute that energy with the violet flame and heal and repair any scars or wounds that have been left as a result of that betrayal. So just being really drawn to the shoulders, like a heaviness that's been weighing you down, a burden. Hearing the word pressure, to conform. Feeling there's a certain amount of grief around that as well, that you felt like you couldn't be yourself, that there was just this relentless pressure coming from outside sources telling you who you needed to be, what you needed to do, how you needed to act, that you needed to conform or there would be consequences, punishment, abuse. And there's such a sense of grief around the fact that you feel like you let yourself down because you did conform, you did do what it was that they wanted you to do, and in so doing you dishonored yourself, maybe betrayed yourself, and there's grief around that. There's also grief around feeling like you couldn't stand up to them because you felt to do so would have endangered yourself, put you at risk. It's also a loss of, oh my goodness, I can't pronounce this word, like where you're anonymous, anonymity. Oh my lord. That word. It's just going around in my mind now, and I'm not even going to try and say it again because it seems like I can't pronounce it. Okay, also feeling like something creeping up the lower back. So feeling of a loss of support and grieving that loss of support. Or indeed, if you were unsupported and felt like you didn't have any support coming in from anywhere, there's just a lot of grief around that because you didn't have any. It's very foundational energy. It's very like foundational support. So it could be from parents, friends, or even finances. I'm hearing like a roof over your head as well. Just the like basic needs being covered and you didn't have them. And moving up, it's kind of around the neck, the base of where your spine meets the base of your skull. The Zeal chakra, which I've only just learned recently, that's what it's called here. That for some of you, your like stress and tension and grief is stored here. And it runs down your spine. And this is in relation to the lack of support. So Tortoise and indeed the angels and turtles I'm hearing working extensively here at the back of your body along your spine. Also hearing there's some nervous system healing coming in as well for this. Particularly foundational support from your nervous system. Okay, so that's the link. That if you had a lack of foundational support in your outside world, you had a lack of support from your nervous system in your inner world. And you felt like your nervous system just wasn't on your side. It wasn't playing ball. It wasn't supporting you in the way that it needed to or you needed it to. that it was acting out. You're just getting triggered. Just maybe having like a really big startle response. So if ever there was any sort of loud noise type thing, you would jump out of your skin. This sort of thing, and it's like there's lots of energy here where you're just sort of like wrestling with your nervous system, and you're like, why do you always have to keep me on edge? Why are you acting out of proportion to the situation? You just couldn't quite figure it out. For some of you, it might have been so bad, the anxiety, the restlessness, that you couldn't sleep properly. It affected your sleep. Or for some of you, it's like it's very much linked into trauma, where you didn't feel safe enough to go to sleep, to let your guard down until everyone else in the house had gone to sleep. And as a result, now you might be finding, if you sharing a house with someone or a partner, that you can't sleep until your partner's in the bed with you or your housemates have gone to bed, and it's still sort of haunting you almost, that you might be safe now, but that feeling of unsafety is still there, and you can't fall asleep or let your guard down entirely, because in some ways it still feels like you are in that previous situation and unsafe. And there is tremendous grief and loss around feeling unsafe, and feeling unsafe to sleep, feeling unsafe to let your guard down in that way and be vulnerable, because sleep is a very vulnerable state. So just healing and repair work coming in around that. At a very, very deep level now, this is cellular and nervous system. And currently I'm feeling it brain stem and down the spine. Might be feeling it there also. And indeed spreading out into your entire body, your nervous system. Moving up into the head, into your brain as well. Some rewiring happening there in the brain, in the amygdala, the fear center. And feeling it across the shoulder blades as well. Okay, so for some of you might have held this in your shoulders, like your shoulders might have been up close to your ears type thing, and you couldn't feel like you could release your shoulders down fully, because you held this unsafety, feeling unsafe here in this part of your body and deep within your nervous system. So hopefully you might be feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more of a sense of safety and peace flooding your body, your nervous system. So feeling something again at the back of the heart. It feels like another betrayal. So this, I'm hearing it's a past life. Okay, and this is to do with success. So it's feeling like in this past life, you were successful in whatever it was that you were doing at the time, like really successful, and someone betrayed you, someone close to you betrayed you in some way that had a knock-on effect on your success. And as a result, now I'm feeling like there's a fear there of this happening again. A fear of being successful, a fear of being betrayed, or a fear of being targeted because of your success. And as a result, you have been holding yourself back unconsciously from success and being successful. So just asking the angels to remove, it's like a sword, but there could be multiple of swords as well, of betrayal from the back of your heart, to transmute them with the violet flame and to heal and repair all the areas where they've pulled those swords out, any scars, any wounds at all levels, from soul level up. So a tremendous amount of loss and grief here around this, because it was someone who was close to you. So you lost trust in them, and you lost the relationship. As a result, you saw them for who they really are. Lost support, just lost belief in them. You couldn't believe that they had done something like this. It was like they finally showed you their true colors, and you were like, oh my goodness, what a fool I have been to not see it up until this point. And grief around that, and beating yourself up for not seeing it. And almost like, I could have done something to stop this, or I should have done something. Grief around that. And also grieving the loss of the success, because it would have been impacted as a result of whatever this event, circumstance, situation was. So for some of you, it feels like it was quite a significant loss. I don't know if it resulted in you losing your business or a part of your business, or losing a lot of money, or losing the house, losing community. It was very significant loss. And there is tremendous grief around that. Losing a livelihood for some of you. So just gonna ask tortoise energy and angelic energy to come in here and clear what needs to be cleared and heal this past life. Or indeed lives, as the case may be for some of you. And I'm feeling the energy almost like extend out from the back of the heart, but also extend out from the back of the heart, but upwards between your shoulder blades, and also downwards at the back of your solar plexus and into your sacral. Kind of feels as well. Also being drawn to, because I'm squeezing my fingers, but it feels really stiff. It almost feels arthritic, like joint pain. So for some of you, this might be the case. Might have mobility issues. You might have gotten a diagnosis either in this life or in a past life, and have had to come to terms with that and grieving that loss. Some of you are feeling there is a loss and a grief around an illness or a diagnosis, and also a loved one. Feeling it hugely in the hips and at the back solar plexus. So it feels like it could be this life, it could be past life or lives as well. For some of you, it might have meant that you could no longer move. It's almost feeling like you're paralyzed from the waist down, and there's lots of grief and loss around that type of mobility issue, where you can no longer move around in the way that you were used to. Again, either present or past. Okay, and now I'm feeling a really uncomfortable energy behind me, almost like, I don't know if it was you were stalked, you were followed in some way, you were abused. There is something here around a loss of freedom and grieving that. Entrapment energy type thing. You couldn't get away, couldn't escape. Again, either past or present. Moving into the throat chakra. Something around words, that you wish you could have spoken. Maybe you held your tongue, you bit your tongue, you suppressed the words that you wanted to say, could have said, didn't say. And there's excuse me. There's regret there, and there's also grief and loss around the fact that you didn't get to say these words. So it feels like there's a couple of scenarios, almost like someone was dying or about to die, and you didn't get to say goodbye. You didn't get to say words of love that you wanted to say. Things that you just wanted to say to them before they went. You didn't get the opportunity to say them for whatever reason. Others, there's like words that you wanted to say in anger, to stand up for yourself, to hold your ground, that you're like, damn it, I wish I could have said that. I just didn't have the courage or the strength to say that, and I really wanted to say that. So there's grief and loss around that as well. And regret. A couple of different scenarios. Again, either present or past life. So that might clear as sneezing like I was, or even sinuses as well. You also might have a physical clear out either during or after this session, like clearing out the bowels type thing, just to move that old energy, just putting it out there so that you are aware. Or you might indeed, like me, just start burping or yawning as a way of physically clearing this energy. This is just such powerful medicine. Okay. And I would invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through your mouth and out through your in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just to center yourself after you've worked through those really heavy energies. And just to check in with yourself at this stage. And when you're ready to leave this room, this grief of transitions, and come back out or go back out the door that you came in, closing the door behind you. And traversing the corridor again. back to the base of the stairs. And when you're ready, stepping back up, taking each step, climbing back up once more. Coming back up, 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 out of the depths of yourself, stepping each step further up until you arrive at the top of the stairs again. Back here at the present moment. Wherever it is that you are and you need to be. And the tortoise just want to acknowledge the bravery and courage that you've shown to go within the depths of yourself, to feel what you needed to feel the grief, to feel the loss. And to acknowledge that it's not easy. And to say, well done for doing that. As the beautiful tortoise energy continues to move down into your solar plexus chakra, opening and activating your solar plexus to turtle energy and unlocking grief. As it continues to crawl down into your sacral chakra, opening and activating your sacral to tortoise energy and unlocking grief. And there is something here in the sacral, you might feel it at the back of the sacral as well, even extending down into the tailbone. Okay, and this is the loss of a child, miscarriages, grief and loss around this. Tortoise energy and angel energy coming in really strongly, but I also have This could be a miscarriage, but this could also be the loss of an older child as well, but is around children specifically, born or unborn. And it's like I have their their souls with me. They're also with you. And it's like they want to convey this message to you. And even though they mightn't be with you physically, they are in spirit. And they regularly send you messages, signs, and love. And just to know that, and to look out for the messages and the signs that they send you. So it's like it's the best part of their day when you receive them. And they're not gone, although they might be not with you physically. They're always with you in some way, shape, or form, in spirit, but always in your heart. And for some of you, in your soul, because I'm feeling it's a soul connection. And this is also extending out to a loss of a loved one in general, not just a child or a miscarriage, but a loved one in general, that they also are with you and send you signs. And some of them are even on your healing team of light, and that they work behind the scenes, pulling the strings in your favor to support you, to help you to get where you need to be, to manifest what it is that you want, and that they are always cheering you on. Every step of the way. It's just like they are your biggest supporter, cheerleader. They talk you up to everyone it is that they meet in the unseen realms. and they just have so much love for you. And it's like it traverses time and space and galaxies and universes. It's like just a vast, endless supply of love from them to you. And it's the kind of love where it's just for you and who you are, and you don't have to do anything or be any sort of way. It's just for who it is exactly. It is for you exactly as you are. So really quite ancestral energy here. Yep, I think I certainly need to take 3 deep breaths, and if you'd like to join me, please feel free to do so. Thank you. And there's just a message around taking the time that you need before you move on. And that can mean many different things. As you bring this tortoise energy down into your root chakra, opening and activating the root to tortoise energy and unlocking grief. As this energy moves into your knee chakras, opening and activating your knees to tortoise energy and unlocking grief. As it continues down into your feet chakras, opening and activating your feet chakras to tortoise energy and unlocking grief. So something here in the feet. Okay, there is like a loss, a grieving of not being able to move forward, of feeling stuck, of not being able to make plans. of not being able to look at the future, talk about the future, see our future. And just healing coming in for you around this. Some of you might have been feeling a bit numb, feeling it like my feet are numb. You might get numbness in your outer extremities, so in your feet or in your hands. Connected to this. Also, again, in this life or in a past life. As we move down with the tortoise energy into your earth star chakra in the earth, opening and activating, just checking my battery, opening and activating your earth star chakra to this tortoise energy. And unlocking grief. So something here along the way around energy and a loss of energy and grieving the energy, that maybe you might have had energy to do all the things that you wanted to do, and now you find that you don't have the energy. And another transition, maybe going from mother to crone, maybe going from entering into where you're feeling you're like of an older age, and you're grieving the loss of things that you could do, or that energy when you were younger. There's a feeling of that coming in as well. And again, not just mother crone, but also applies to men as well, of that transition of going from maybe a man to an older man. So I want to say like a father to, I don't know what the male version of a crone is, like a wise man, a wizard or something. But you know what I'm talking about. So feeling something else here, it's like extending up the legs and the spine. It's like the base, the root. So I'm hearing it's like a fear of death. Because again, that is a transition. but it's a really deep seated fear here. On a cellular level, I also feel like it stems from past lives where your transition to the next life was not peaceful. It was quite traumatic, and as a result you developed this fear of death and dying. It's like existential dread, existential fear of the unknown, fear of what's awaiting you on the other side. Just that uncertainty, that not knowing what it's going to be like, that not imagining how you can be here where you are now in this physical body to whatever awaits you. You just can't wrap your head around it, and as a result there's a lot of fear. And there's almost, it feels like soul level grief, because your soul is trying to reassure you that death's not the end, it's a transition. Almost like trying to reassure you that there is nothing to fear. And there's like this loss or disconnection between you and your soul, and this inner knowing, this inner reassurance, and there is some grief around that. And the angels and the tortoise energy coming in to heal and repair that connection, so that you feel this deeply at a soul level and are reassured. Excuse me. And feel supported by your soul during this life, during the transition, and during your next one. Also some healing coming in for those past lives where the transition, where you died in very traumatic circumstances. Again, that feeling it very strongly along the back and the spine, and the root chakra, tailbone, those sorts of areas. Back of the heart as well. And my goodness, I'm just blown away at the depth at which Tortoise has been able to take us for this. It's just on a whole other level. As tortoise energy goes down through the different levels and layers of the earth, down, deep down into the heart of Mother Earth Gaia, where I'm going to ask that you are plugged in, separately and independently, of course, from each other, into her heart. So was just looking at the video there and it seemed like out of balance, and it was a little message for me. So just gonna ask, as some of you are out of balance, you know, you're leaning either to your left or to your right, so just gonna ask the tortoise to rebalance you, to bring you back into balance and harmony, in whatever way that looks like that's best for you. Oh, better. And calling in Mother Earth Gaia, calling in Mother Earth Gaia, calling in Mother Earth Gaia to assist with this, and also to ground each and every one of you. Ground, earth, anchor, connect, and align you all to her. Now, separately and independently, and to ensure that you're fully embodied in your physical body, or as much as you can be at this time. So I'm hearing for some of you, you might struggle with this, being fully in your physical body, and it feels like, because of the energy we've had a look at, we have acknowledged and cleared, you might feel a difference. You might feel like you are more in your physical body now than you had been previously, because that old energy, that old painful energy has come out and cleared, which makes room for your soul to further sink into your physical vessel, because you're not feeling as unsafe or as in pain as you had been before. So for some of you, it might mean that you are now fully embodied. For others of you, it might mean that there is still a little bit more work to do, but you will notice a difference. Just moving about, trying to get comfy. This is a long one. Okay. So I'm just being told, so Gaia is going to continue to ground you. You might be aware of her beautiful energy coming up into your earth star, up your feet and up, continuing up into your body, into your crown. But while Gaia is doing that, I'm just going to bring through the tortoise energy, bring through any messages and connect you in with tortoise. As again, I'm seeing the three tortoise that I had seen at the beginning of this. The elders, the really ancient ones, approaching each and every one of you now. So for some of you, you might have been seeing tortoise in the run-up to this video, which is why you're here and watching it now. It's because it's like tortoise has guided you here, specifically for this healing, specifically to connect in with them and their energy, because they wanted to make that invitation to connect with you. For some of you, it might be because you have a spirit animal guide that is tortoise. For others of you, it's like it's a power animal, and the tortoise spirit guide is coming in right now because it's the energy that you need to support you right now. And for others of you, it's just about the energy and the healing that you need right now. So you'll know which one applies to you. You can always check in with your heart as well if you're unsure. And I'm hearing you can always ask. If you are really enjoying this tortoise energy, you can ask for a tortoise spirit animal to join you on your journey right now. If that's something that you're wanting, to continue on with their medicine, because it is so freaking deep and it's so freaking just unlocking parts of yourself that you might not have been able to access before. So yeah, it's all about them extending an invitation to connect with you. And to look out for the signs that they might leave you, or indeed other animals, animal omens. There's messages there. Also turtle, because turtle has been coming in for this session, and also for my May energy forecast. Turtle came in and it was about again transition. So there might be a message there for you with turtle. It could be about transition, it could be something different. To tune into your heart, or else just look up the spiritual meaning of what turtle is and take the message that resonates. But yeah, it's all about the animal omens and all about receiving the energy, the wisdom, and the messages from the animal kingdom. Because they are there to support you as well. And it feels like sometimes we forget that maybe we might have a pet, a dog, a bird, a cat, a mouse or something like that, but we forget about the other animals on planet Earth, that they also have gifts and wisdom that they want to impart. And that's a large part of why I'm doing these videos, to bring through this energy and these messages, because it's just so needed at this time. Okay, so Tortoise is coming in just really close, and it's like they're giving you a blessing. Okay, so I'm just hearing for some of you, because I was like, well, we connected in with the ayahuasca, the mother ayahuasca energy there at the start, but then we didn't really hear anything from her. And I'm just hearing that for some of you, this might be a sign that it might be a good idea for you to do one of these ayahuasca retreats or ceremonies and connect in with her at a deeper level. So I do feel like, similar to Tortoise, ayahuasca is very deep and will take you into the depths of yourself to learn those truths to uncover and unlock different things within yourself that you maybe might not have been able to access up until this point. It feels like similar energy. Like I said, Tortoise was the masculine and ayahuasca is the feminine side of this energy, is what I'm feeling. So yeah, putting it out there, feels like Mother Ayahuasca is extending an invitation to some of you to connect further with her in ceremony. So take that if that resonates with you. And Tortoise is coming in here with a blessing. So almost seeing you like bending forward, leaning over, bending down so Tortoise can press its snout to your third eye there. Also seeing it at your hands and your feet as well. The like little head of the tortoise, it's so cute. But it's a massive tortoise. Cute is probably not the word to use with tortoise energy, but that is just how I'm feeling. And there's just a final message for me to bring through to you from the tortoises. So let me see what they have to say. Do not be afraid of the deeper aspects of yourself. They hold untold and profound wisdom of who it is that you really are at a deep soul level. Take the time that you need to venture in and connect with these deeper aspects of yourself, these deep emotions. It is a huge gift to give yourself this time to make space, to honor the depths of yourself and the depth of your emotions. And in this fast-paced world of constant doing, balance is needed. So come back to yourself. And sometimes the best thing that you can do is do nothing but sit and be fully present with the entire depth of yourself, your soul, and your emotions. It is a gift. We cannot stress this anymore to you, how much of a gift it is. That ability that you have, that depth you have to your soul, to your emotions, to slow down, to be fully present with yourself. It is a gift that has been forgotten, and we want to remind you. That is why we are here with you today. To remind you to carve out that time, that space for yourself, to connect to the depths within. And this is a call to you, to anyone listening to this transmission, that we would love to work with you, that we would love to support you, that we would love to unlock those hidden chambers within so you can access the depths and the wisdom of who it is that you really are. And we will fully support you in this endeavor. And there almost feels like there is grief and loss around this connection. Connection to tortoise and indeed animals in general. Of like where humans were once living in harmony with animals and their medicine, and how animals supported us on that deep level, and we connected in with them, and again that this indigenous sort of wisdom and connection, grief and loss in relation to that, a very ancient one coming in at the back of the heart there. So again, tortoise is also reminding you to connect in with the wisdom and medicine of tortoise, but also animals in general, because it's much needed on the planet today. That's something I think I mentioned as well. Much needed going forward, and it's very much energy of new earth, fifth dimension, love for not just humanity, but also for the other beings, animals, plants that are on earth, as well as earth herself. Just a remembrance of that connection and working with all of those energies in harmony. It's like that needs to happen in order to bring balance back into the earth, back into the world. Back into your soul. Okay, so as tortoise steps back, or like, it's not really steps back, crawl would probably be the more accurate description, back into the center of the circle, and the unicorns are coming in. Beautiful, magical, playful energy that is the unicorns, to grant you a wish after doing this really tough work here today, in acknowledging the grief and going into the depths of yourself and feeling all those difficult feelings. So the unicorns are inviting you to make a wish, either saying it out loud or in your mind's in your mind's eye, in your mind, and they're going to receive this wish from you now, and just help and support to help you manifest this wish. I'm just going to ask, I'm going to take up Gaia's energy from your crown, extending it up further into your soul star chakra, and up further still into your stellar gateway chakra. I'm going to ask that you're plugged into either the earth or your galactic grid, depending on what's best for you at this time. So you're fully and completely supported above and below, held within a sacred container to walk your path. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, unicorns. Thank you, tortoise and turtle and angels. So just going to ask if there's anything else, or can I close down? Okay. So just being reminded to say that it would be a good idea for you to take some time out after this healing to lie down, to let the energies settle. For some of you, some more grief might come up for you to acknowledge and process and loss. For others of you, might get a download about something that I've said during this session or something else that's been unlocked within you. It's just going to depend, but something might come up from you within your depths, I'm hearing. To be aware of any detox symptoms that might come up. So that sinuses, the physical sort of stuff, and a physical clearing, purging, bowel sort of movements as well. To drink lots of water to replenish yourself if you have been crying as a way, well, it was crying anyway, but also to replenish that water that you have lost. I will leave more post-care guidelines in the description box if you want to check them out as well. But as always, do tune in and connect in with yourself and to see what's best for you to support yourself and the energies of Tortoise and indeed your healing team of light, and the beautiful messages that we got from those in spirit around you will be there to support you as you continue on your journey, and indeed if there's any more support that you need to process this grief and loss as well going forward. Okay, I'm just gonna ask that you you're fully grounded, earth anchored, connected and aligned to the heart of Gaia. You're fully embodied, or as much as you can be, and any excess energy, gonna ask that that's brought down through your chakras and sent into Gaia to be grounded. So crystal, opal and opalite coming in as well now, jade, and I'm seeing emerald. So it could be messages, or it could be crystals that are looking to support you going forward. Do check in, take whatever resonates. And if you're finding you need the support of one of these crystals, you can always connect into them energetically by asking if there's a crystal within the Earth's surface that wants to support you right now, and setting that intention to connect in with that crystal 3 times, and connect in and asking the crystal to support you energetically for as long as you might need. And then just tune into the energy. You'll feel it as the crystal energy comes in and supports you energetically. It's another message coming in there. Thank you. So balance, harmonize, stabilize, recalibrate, realign all levels, layers, bodies, fields, and systems of everybody now, please. Thank you. Zip up their aura, zip up their aura, zip up their aura, so they feel strong, safe, secure, confident, walking on their path, moving forward. Stepping into this newer version of yourself after acknowledging what you've needed to, the grief. Again, that rite of passage energy is coming in as like, this is what you needed to do in order to step into that newer version. It's like a rite of passage that needed to happen, that you needed to go through to acknowledge those things within yourself, almost to make space as well. For you to transition into wherever it is that you're going, into this new energetic space, a new version of you. Anything that was open, close it down. Healing portals, vortexes, channels, sacred space, chakras, anything that was open, close it down. Anything that was open, close it down. If there's any cords, please pull them out, angels, between me and all the souls that I have connected into for this session. pull them out fully and completely, transmute them with the violet flame, and heal and repair all the areas where you've pulled out those cords now, please, as I return your energy to you and return my energy to me, so that we are separate and independent once more. Okay, so also hearing that it would be good to do some sort of a cleanse for yourself after this session, either visualizing the violet flame, calling in the fire elements. If you want to have a shower with the intention that you're going to cleanse your energy field with the water, or calling in wind, or smudging some sage, whatever kind of way that you want to do that feels best for you, to do that in order to cleanse your energy of anything that might have been come up as a result of this healing. Also hearing for some of you, journaling might be really good as a way of processing the energy out, to just do it sort of freestyle. Don't think too much about it, just write, consciousness sort of channeling type thing, and you'll move that energy out of yourself. So I'm just gonna put that out there for some of you that might resonate. Thank you. And again, that message of replenishing your water, so drinking some water is coming up again. As I'm hearing for some of you, you find it hard to drink water, or you just forget to drink water, you're just not drinking enough water. Really hammering home that message of drink the water. And even like do what you need to do to drink it. Put some berries in it, some cucumbers, a few drops of diluted solution, whatever it is. But to just replenish the water that you might have lost during this session, or indeed after. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to thank your energy, or your healing teams of light, thanking Tortoise, Turtle, the angels, Mother Ayahuasca, and all the different energies and healing teams of light that were present, the crystals, the unicorns during this session, and of course you. Thank you all so very much for being here, for receiving this healing, for being with me, so that we travel through this grief together. From my heart to yours, namaste. And just being guided to say that I usually do the namaste at the end, because it's a power word, like it's a command. It is like an energetic full stop, or it sort of cuts the energies, so it's closed down, if you know what I mean. It's how I close down when I'm doing my sessions, so the energy dissipates whenever I use that word, as a way of just closing everything down, just in case you're wondering. My spirit guides are just saying to mention that, that's why I say it. It's yeah, because of that. Okay, so this was a big one. 2 hours and 14 minutes. If you have made it here this far, thank you so much for being here, for being in this space with me, for traveling on this journey with me, to sitting in grief together, to going and traveling within the depths of ourselves together during this session. It's been a wild ride, to say the least. Super deep energies coming in. So yeah, thank you so much, and well done for going there, for going into the depths of yourself, for feeling all it is that you need to feel. Thank you. And yeah, I hope you got whatever it is that you needed to receive during this session. Please do let me know by leaving me a comment down below, and do look after yourself after this, because more energy might come up, more things for you to acknowledge and grieve. So do give yourself lots of tender loving care, and take it easy. Do some nice things for yourself, because you've done tremendous work during this session. And other than that, thank you so much for being here again. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.